Yeah. I'm Pistol Pete.
I'm Jim Redvine here for the first episode of the Six Men
Podcast.
So we don't start.
Yeah, we're not the starters.
We finish.
Don't confuse us with the starters.
We're not good enough for that.
I was always a six-man, but that's a different story.
Were you now?
I mean, on my golf team, I was a six-man at one point, and I was like, we should be the sixth man of the year.
I was like the 10th man in middle school basketball. I averaged about 2 points and 5 rebounds a game.
Damn, dude, you're better than what's his name? Ball.
LeVar,
the legend himself. I'm
LeVar.
sure his middle school stats were
probably through the roof,
good.
though, man.
Yeah, I mean, we can only our mind can't even comprehend really.
That's another episode, though.
Yes. Anyway,
today's episode is the first episode.
Hold up. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I accept your apology.
Yeah.
Because today we start off the podcast by going over the NBA season, which starts in T-minus something days.
Yeah, today's Friday. It starts Wednesday.
Starts Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Don't you want to be? You were a little rude there. You didn't
you
didn't tell our fans why we're doing this. We're not just doing this for giggles.
I personally.
Why are you doing it, Mr. Jim Redvine?
That's a good question, Pistol. Mr. Can I call you Pistol?
You can call me Pistol. We can reveal our real names if you'd like. I mean,
no, it's fine.
We'll keep our aliases.
And we're gonna keep our location a secret.
Yeah.
Too,
and our faces too, but y'all might get that
because it's kind of embarrassing. All parts of that are embarrassing.
But we'll look back on this and we'll be the greatest podcast ever.
It will be. It'll be like the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius of podcasts.
Exactly, and then we'll look back and wow, that's where we started.
We started here.
And then, once we're swimming in trillions of dollars, we'll be like, look at us now.
Do podcasts make that much money? Are we gonna be making more money than
we're gonna
Durant?
take over the game of podcasts and we're just gonna take it and run with it.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'm starting this because I've heard that I'm just a naturally funny guy. People like to listen to me.
Oh, that's a bit of a stretch, but go ahead.
They care about my opinions.
Mm-hmm.
They care about what I have to say about things that don't really matter in the real world.
Sure.
And what's the number one place we talk about stuff that doesn't matter in the real world? And it's podcasts.
Yeah, that's why you're here.
One of the few things that, one of the few things that I can talk about that has no purpose in the real world that people somewhat care about is NBA basketball.
Mm-hmm. And to add on your point,
yes.
NBA basketball down here, and we'll give away our location. We're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yes.
We are LSU students.
We are.
So, just give you a picture of what it's like that.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
But football is very dominant sport down here. That's really
all
is.
That people care about.
It's a religion. It really is.
And you might be saying LSU, Shaq, Pete Maravich,
Ben Simmons, maybe.
Glenn Davis.
Brandon Bass, sure.
I mean, you look at that, and if you want to go that far, I guess. But it's kind of they were good, but as a school, it's not uncommon to see maybe 20 people in the student section, average.
Yeah, and then the college basketball game, that's... if you look back on Shaq's days, they were pretty nice, but nowadays, they can't give away tickets right now.
The last big game, whenever Simmons was here, but afterwards and before
it's usually just for Kentucky, usually.
Yeah, which is fair to say. We're not the best.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. But, football is religion now.
Yeah, it is. And in general in Louisiana, we'll even go in there because we're diehard Pelicans fans.
We're going to...
there it is.
We're going to admit there's probably going to be some bias on this podcast for us, the Pelicans.
We love the Pels. We're Believers. Mm-hmm.
Is that what they're called now?
Yeah, I've heard it for years. That. We're Believers.
I like it though. I'll take it. Will Ferrell's also a fan of the Pelicans.
Are you sure? Or you didn't just do that little PA announcement when he announced the players?
Well, he also filmed a shot from his movie.
He did. I remember watching that.
For some reason, I may have read that somewhere. I don't know, but
no, it was Daddy's Home.
Yeah,
which was okay movie.
I never saw it, but I remember reading somewhere.
I thought it was going to be corny, but it was actually, it made me giggle a time or two.
But Will Ferrell, he knows NBA basketball, so we kind of take his word for it.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably the only people in the podcast world have a bias towards the Pelicans.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You hear Lakers, you hear
Celtics,
sure. Maybe Warriors here and there.
Cavaliers or they'll just follow LeBron. Excuse me.
Yeah, they'll follow LeBron. The LeBron fanboys as well. Maybe even the Heat here and there.
Yeah. They stayed over from LeBron and stuck with D Wade probably.
But the Pels, man, we were here, Baron Davis. Mm-hmm. We were here.
We grew up with the team. If you think about it, I mean, it is our team.
Chris Paul, growing up watching him ball out.
Yeah. Now Anthony Davis is our dude. We're hoping he's still our dude. But we're realistic. We'll get more into that later.
Let's be real. Yeah. The horizon looks very nice for AD. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, he's a beast.
New Orleans is a smelly place.
Yeah.
I'll be real.
Mm-hmm. We'll be real.
I like the team.
That's the thing. We'll be real here in this podcast for you. We want it to be practical. We want it to be, not like you're just having a conversation with your buddies.
Except you're listening. You're listening to two guys who think they know what they're talking about.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I'd like to think I know.
There's probably millions of people who know more, but I'm the loudest.
Exactly. We're willing to put ourselves out there.
I talk the fastest.
Exactly. So. Here it is.
So let's start with fan mail, shall we?
Fan mail? No. Okay. Yeah. What fans?
It was a joke.
We would funny. Have a background audience too. Laughing. But
we're funny too. Mm-hmm. So I say we start off this beautiful podcast, episode 1 of the Sixth Man, with looking back at last season, the 2017-2018 season. Mm-hmm. Exciting and then not exciting.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect way to put it because there's a lot of things going on, but we all kind of know.
2 Game 7s in the conference finals, wasn't expected.
Rockets, that was fun to watch.
Rockets, Warriors, Celtics, Cavs.
What's not fun to watch is that, it's not going to be the next season, but from last season, the last 4 seasons is Warriors, Cavs every time.
Every time. We almost got something different this time, but...
Yeah.
Man, you just can't. You can't win them all.
You can't. That's why we don't have nice things.
Can't have nice things.
Yeah,
but they put up fights. Celtics proved a lot of people wrong.
They did. They did well with what they had.
For what they had, they looked like they could have. Honestly, they gone all the way if they would have had a couple of shots.
A couple of dudes maybe on their team as well.
Maybe a few.
Kyrie, Hayward, what?
But the threes could have landed, man.
They could have. They're a shot or two away. Tatum dunked on LeBron on that final game. I remember that.
That was a good game, but alas, it ended with the Warriors Cavs, and whoa.
Guess what?
Warriors swept the Cavs.
Whew.
Probably the most boring finals I've seen. But we got the JR memes.
We did. Yeah.
JR memes were fun.
That game 1 was interesting, to say the least. Oh, man. Poor JR.
Honestly,
we watched him his first season in New Orleans. And he hasn't changed one bit. He's talented, but...
the Knicks, dude, he looked like he could have been a superstar.
Yeah, he looked like he'd maybe turned the corner, but nope, same old JR. He's probably still shirtless. I know he went shirtless for the Browns win.
We had Birdman, too.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that when they were both on the Nuggets and facing us. We lost by 58 points. Sorry to remind you.
No, it's okay. It happened.
I mean, yeah. I don't know how many fans remember that. We lost by 58 points. That's pretty.
You can find on YouTube worst NBA game ever.
I mean, I remember watching that whole thing from start to finish, and it was embarrassing. But
I was embarrassed.
I was a fan. I watched it all the way.
I don't think I watched it all the way through. I don't think I remember it happening. Maybe it's just my mind kind of blocking it out. I mean,
the team completely quit, and I'll never leave Chris Paul in his career. People forget about it, but it's something that should mark him in his career. But anyway, that's another discussion for another time.
We're going very off topic, but that's kind of...
It's improvised. Right now we're just improvising.
For the Pels, though, I was proud of the Pels this season. Mm-hmm. They made a huge statement against the Trailblazers. They held them down on defense very well, even in a pretty hostile home environment that Portland had.
Yeah, I agree.
They were able to make a statement.
I was so proud of them, and I know AD was like, I want a championship. But that was a good season for what they had.
For what they had, yeah. I mean, without Cousins, obviously.
Yeah.
Rondo still balled out.
Mm-hmm. And Holiday finally played to the way he's capable.
His defense, I mean, people were starting to realize his contract was worth it.
Yeah, and I know this is the first time doing a pod, but I've been saying it for years that he was more of a 2 guard, and we'll get more into Pelicans history because with Tyreek and Gordon and bringing all those guys. But he was more of a two-guard out of everything, and he proved me right. And I'm proud of him. He's defensive.
People were taking notice of him, which was great to see. And I think he likes it in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think he's finally comfortable. He's finally, this is home, and we love him here.
And I think the Warriors series, it was the Warriors series.
Yeah, you can't expect anything.
I think they could have taken
maybe another game, but that's it.
Yeah,
they were pushing it.
They really were. I mean, it reminded me of the Warriors' first championship run.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Warriors swept the Pels, I think the Pels put up a solid fight every game and contested pretty much every shot. But what are you going to do when Curry's falling back?
You have one of the greatest teams of all time, and everyone knows that. But I'm proud of the Pelicans last year. Without Cousins' injury, we would have never saw Supernova Davis, which I think we're even going to see Supernova Davis if he wants to this season.
He's getting the MVP, I would say.
If he wants to, it's out there for him. And I hope he doesn't coast through the season. At least play it out, AD. I know you might.
If you're listening to this.
Yeah, I know you probably might leave, and that's a sad reality. But we want you to at least play it hard, play hard, and try to win something for us.
And I'm gonna enjoy this season.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for what this could be, AD's last season.
It could be.
In NOLA.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's at that point where it started making decisions in his career.
It's open. It's opening his mind, I think. I know he's probably saying, I want to be in New Orleans, but it's probably definitely, if this season doesn't go too well, he's probably very open to leaving.
But that's for later in the episode.
That's just the reality. We have to drop right on y'all.
So I think we can go into now what to expect this season. Mm-hmm. I think Warriors win it all. Let's just get that out there.
Yeah, I mean we're all about facts here. Now this is an opinion.
I think if Cousins can come in healthy when he does in January,
mm-hmm.
and makes a statement in the playoffs, Curry and Thompson and even probably Draymond don't really even have to show up nearly as much.
No,
Durant's going to be Durant.
Barring major injury, they're probably one of the greatest teams talent wise, and if they actually do play based off their talent, they might be undefeated.
All we can expect, though, is locker room stuff happens.
Yeah.
Chemistry isn't there, is adding another tool. Because Durant coming in, they lost to the Spurs the first game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the season they were like, the perfect season, and they lost their first. I mean, they didn't have the chemistry down yet.
No one was
worried.
They were kind of coasting, too. They could literally... I think what we saw, 60-22 was a prediction. That's literally them sleeping probably like half those games.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, Curry's probably going to be getting a lot of rest this season.
Mm-hmm. Playing some golf, my game. That's my game. I play some golf. More on that later.
Yeah. A lot's going to be seen later, I would say. But
we like to be mysterious here.
We're very mysterious people. We're very interesting.
We don't want to show our hand.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
keep it interesting.
But I think we're going to get a good season from KD.
Mm-hmm.
I think his value is going to be skyrocketing if he can put up an MVP campaign.
Oh, yeah.
As well as teams want him, and I think it's a pretty obvious prediction that he may not be staying in Golden State too much longer.
Yeah, you did say it. Like, you think this might be it for Golden State in terms of their nucleus right now, what they have.
I agree. I mean, Thompson's staying, Curry's staying. Durant, he was the key to winning it twice in a row there.
Like, pretty easily, too.
Yeah, pretty easily. So, if he's gone, it's going to have to pose a new situation for the Warriors.
A new conflict, if you will.
And I agree. And Cousins, he's on a year contract.
Yeah, I mean...
I can see him going back to the Kings, honestly, right after.
We really don't know, man. If he doesn't come back to full strength and play well, he could be out of the league. I mean, I know I'm taking it far, but...
I think it'd be like a Dwight Howard situation.
Yeah, I mean, someone will pick him up
on
potential, but he's not going to get the big contract he thinks he's going to get.
No, which is sad, but that's basketball.
I mean, that's his decision. Even if he does play well, you can only get so much production on that team anyway, so it's like, you kind of
There's
take
only
it.
one ball.
Yeah, you can take it with a grain of salt. So I don't know where it maybe get a ring, which is I guess
But I think this postseason, like I know I'm already
Yeah.
looking towards the postseason, but it's gonna be fun. Like,
It is.
There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on
for sure.
A lot of players are gonna be leaving because there's also players. Let's look at Leonard.
Sure.
We don't know if he's gonna be staying too much.
Top 3. It's an inside joke. Inside joke, by the way.
Inside,
You know,
very inside.
we'll get on that in a minute here.
Yeah, I guess we could. Why
Yeah.
not? It's a podcast.
Oh, we haven't done the who we think are going to be in the playoffs. I think we should start there first.
That's true. Well,
Who'd we say? We said we'll go with the West first.
you want to go with the West?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I wonder if the Warriors are going to make it.
The Warriors, if they can get everything clicking, they got a chance.
Probably seal up the number 1 spot in 5 games or something.
Honestly, I think if you don't have them winning it all right now,
You must be from the future.
You can make arguments because I guess we were saying the same thing whenever the Cavs beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know. They're
It's-
definitely in the playoffs.
they're definitely
right?
there. You got the Rockets.
Yep. They're in
Whether
there.
they're going to be doing better with Anthony,
Or not, yeah. They're going to be in there for sure.
that's just how.
Man, they had a
Time
chance
works.
last year, by the way, to really put it back. If Chris Paul just was so healthy for one of those last 2 games.
That injury hurt to watch.
It
You
was,
knew-
yeah.
You knew what it meant for that season.
Yeah,
and
and Chris Paul in himself, he's a competitor, man. When his time in New Orleans, I loved him. I hate to see him go, but
it was another Davis situation
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you understood. You
Yeah.
didn't like it, but you understood.
yeah, and you just had to take it in the you know what. And but man, he's a competitor, and to watch a guy like that who's like got that Michael Jordan-esque competitor in him sit out 2 games with the chance to go to the finals.
And
That
he
ha-
wanted to be in so bad.
That had to eat at him, and I was rooting for them. I was hoping they would pull it off, but man, D'Antoni just kept calling them to shoot threes. Well, they went 0-40 for threes or something.
That Game 7 for both conference finals were just bad
It was
3-point
funky.
performances.
They had the lead. They had the lead too. They just panicked,
And literally the entire country, except for San Francisco, was.
pumped. I guess.
But
It is what it
that's
is.
how the turntables.
But yeah, so that's the Rockets. They're gonna make it. Then we got the Thunder. I think they're gonna be better.
I think Paul George is getting into the groove.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Oklahoma
better
City.
chemistry.
I think he's enjoying himself there.
Yeah,
I
they
think
like
it's-
each other.
I
Sure.
think they're gonna make more of a statement than they did last year.
Yeah.
But I think they're just gonna get swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Later in the.
Yeah, and again, this
playoffs.
is in no particular order. I know we said
we
Warriors
don't,
and
we
Rockets.
don't we don't
but-
plan that much.
Yeah, but
for these
but
things.
they're gonna be in the playoffs. We love our Pels. We think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I think the Pels are definitely gonna make the playoffs. Whether they're gonna make it as far as they did, things need to start clicking.
Yeah, quickly.
Randall needs to make some
Yeah.
moves to show that he is.
What he was. I mean,
What he was,
18
yeah.
and 18 and 10. I think he was averaging at one point in a stretch of games, which is damn good.
I think they picked up some good players.
Yeah,
So
but what you said was losing Rondo is bigger than Cousins, and I agree with that full-heartedly. Elfrid Payton is who we signed, and while he's going to probably maybe put better numbers up than Rondo did, he's not going to have the same impact as Rajon Rondo did. Rajon Rondo brought a championship pedigree to the Pelicans at the point guard spot.
absolutely, and
Mhm.
I just think he had that mindset where he
Mhm.
knew where he needed to bring his team
Yeah.
win, and he was able to get the best out of his players. And
Yeah.
it kind of took some weight off of
Mhm.
Anthony Davis's shoulders.
In
I
terms of
would
that
say.
leadership type,
Yeah. I mean, AD was still the face, and I think Rondo knew that. Rondo
Yeah, yeah.
accepted that, but he kind of went in with, "I'm going to do what I can do to bring the best out of everyone
Yeah,
else."
and he did exactly what we wanted him to, and we wish him the best in LA. It's an interesting team, speaking of, but
Lakers, I think they're going to make it. I think they're going to make it to the playoffs.
yeah, you can't count on LeBron, even how
It's just,
crazy their team looks.
It's just kind of impossible to say LeBron won't make it to the playoffs.
Exactly.
I think if you put him on any team, they're going to make it, I
Mhm.
think, to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of hard. Like, even the Bulls. Throw him on the Bulls.
Yeah,
He's going to make it.
throw him on the Hawks. Yeah,
Exactly. Hawks would be fun.
What?
With Young
With
and
LeBron. That'd be an interesting combo.
But
Yeah,
would-
they're gonna make it. They have an interesting Lonzo Ball, the goat.
anything with the last name Ball is the GOAT, correct?
I mean, ball so hard. Ball is life.
Well, we're wondering
don't
how
lie.
he's going to play. I'm ready for some LeBron drama.
Yeah, a little LA mixing up. I'd like to see some Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And
Hollywood
Showtime,
drama.
we're going to get some Showtime basketball.
Lance Stevenson.
We're going to see some, fast break LeBron, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to
It's
watch.
going to be fun.
They
I
have
think
an interesting mix there.
Rondo, LeBron, match made in heaven, I would say.
Yeah.
Lots of alley-oops. I think if we're going to be seeing, Heat-level alley-oops out of LeBron.
Yeah, we'll probably see that. Rondo will put him in spots.
I hope, man. But we got the Nuggets going.
Yeah.
The Nuggets were able to build themselves a team.
They're competitive for sure. They got lots of deep players, lots of good players, and I think it's time they break through.
Yeah, I think it's a glass ceiling for them.
Yeah.
I think
it's unfortunate because that's just how deep the West is, people. I mean, we're gonna leave out some good teams here, Portland for one.
Yeah, but
we don't have them on the list.
Their performance kind of proved that.
Yeah,
their
mojo might be taken from them. I mean,
I agree.
Drew Holiday literally has custody of both McCollum and Lillard at the moment, but
hey, they had every opportunity to
yeah,
not let that happen. But
exactly.
we got Utah,
Donovan Mitchell. They're just rock solid defense, rock solid team all around.
I think he's the future in a sense. Maybe not
He's
the future, but
like
a
a
part
young
of
little
it.
D Wade kind of thing.
Dude, I think that's a perfect time for him to come in the league too. I think the Jazz getting him really puts a spark in that franchise.
Yeah, exactly. I like it's a nice
especially
nice fit.
losing who they've lost over the years.
Yeah, I like their team. I like him on there. It's a good fit.
Then you
Good
got
for
the
the NBA.
Timberwolves, young team.
A little drama. Speaking of Jimmy Butler.
Butler doing his work to kind of. It's like I don't even think he really wanted to pump up the team in that way. I think
he showed up and he's like, trade me, and then they had practice. They didn't trade him. They had practice, and he's like, you need me. It's like I wanted to see that. That would have been good TV.
I agree, and I think. What, you got Cat? I think
Cat and Wiggins, those dudes are talented.
They're ready to go out.
Yeah, whether or not, what we were saying is whether or not Butler gets traded or not, Cat and Wiggins are talented, and they're going to probably be motivated this season to prove them wrong either way.
I agree.
So I think we got them in there.
And I think
leaving out a bunch of good teams, Portland, a lot of upcoming teams. Memphis is probably going to be better. Dallas.
And we have no idea how this is going to, go to the conference finals and all that. But I think 4 teams I could see making it that far. Warriors, Rockets, obviously. I think the Thunder have a good shot.
They do. I agree.
And, golly, I
From
would
there,
love to see the Lakers. I would love to see the Lakers make it that far.
You can't count LeBron. It's one of those things where you might not bet on him, but you can't bet against him.
A Lakers-Warriors series in the playoffs would be fun. I mean, we kind of already know the...
Yeah.
I think
Lakers 1-8 or something. That could happen.
I wouldn't mind it, man.
2-7.
Shoot.
That would be fun.
But
LeBron
I think,
in the first round.
Don't sleep on the Nuggets, though, I would say.
Hey, they're a good team. Look, we think we know what we're talking about.
We don't know.
Well, we don't know. But the Nuggets look good.
I mean, we're Pels fans. We do the best we can when it comes
by
to...
following other teams. I think we do a good job. I mean, I'm pretty fair with my handicapping, but
I agree. I think with the Pels, you kind of see a real view of the world of basketball.
We're practical. Yeah, that's a very good point.
It's kind of like we're so used to not being expected to be on the top. So whenever you do,
this is a good moment to show you how Pelicans fans think. We're not used to being on top. So when our team actually does good, we're kind of surprised. Not surprised in a way. We're set up to be surprised.
But we understand the hard work it took to get there, and how hard the NBA is because we do have to go through some hard competition.
And we understand that.
So
we expect them. We have a low expectation here, is what we're saying, and if they do great, better than that expectation, then wonderful. Please surprise us. If they do lower, then we're okay, well, at least we're not let down.
But I mean, I expect a good season from them this year, and I expect a good performance from Anthony Davis, and I think, from there we'll see how far we can go.
Yeah,
I know we lost some major players, but
and I still don't trust Alvin Gentry as our coach, but I support whoever's the coach. Honestly, that's how I cheer for my team.
I think he does his job.
He's done solid. He did good this last season. He really did with what he had.
Yeah. So
was he the man I wanted at first place? Yeah.
So I think if we move on to the East,
Yep.
safe to say Celtics, 76ers, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I think this is a little bit harder deciding who's going to make it, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's safe to say Wizards. I don't think you're going to get too many arguments against that.
They got John Wall, Bradley Beal. The little drama last year. They had some beef or something, but I think they're going to make it. They had Dwight Howard now.
Oh, that's where he is now?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's
Pretty much
bouncing
like
around.
a roulette wheel.
Yeah,
He's
man.
like, spin it. Where's
Bouncing
Dwight going
around.
now?
But yeah, I think they're going to be in.
Raptors,
Yeah, Kawhi. This is Kawhi's chance.
top
To-
3 player? I
Top
don't
3
know.
player? I don't know. We'll
Top
see.
10, I would say.
We'll see what we got him in our list.
I'm just wondering what. We don't really know how he's feeling going into this.
Well, he doesn't
team.
say much, so
Yeah, out of the 5 words you got out of him this postseason.
his laugh.
But,
I'm sorry, Kawhi, man.
I
If you're
love-
listening to this, man, we love you, but
If you're listening to these two dudes, podcast,
that laugh, man, was killer. Like, I don't know if that's on purpose or it's just the way you laugh.
He probably hasn't laughed in like the last 14 years.
Well, they showed that there's a compilation on YouTube of him laughing, and
really now.
and one of them was like in his earlier days, and it was like a grunt, like "Ah!"
But I don't know if he
Yeah.
sees this as like a future home,
Yeah.
if he sees this as a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
What do the Raptors mean? The Kawhi is.
This is a chance to show that
Yeah.
Pop didn't just make him, and we'll get more on that later.
I hope so. The Bucks, yeah, I think they're going. I don't really know
Giannis?
how. I think he's gonna put on. I think he's gonna be pretty much.
He's gonna mature. I think he's gonna
I
turn
think
his
he's-
raw talent into.
But I think we're gonna expect maybe a similar season from last season.
I think they're gonna have a better record. Mike Boone holds
Yeah.
as the coach now, so.
But I don't really see it being like for Giannis to be like
An
wow.
MVP team.
Yeah,
Yeah, type
night
deal.
night and day from last season. I think he's gonna still put up some great
Yeah.
numbers.
I think they can push 50 games. I think they'll probably get around that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the competition, the Heat, that's flipping a coin whether they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, we don't even know. But
Pistons,
I
who
love
knows what they're going to be
Expulsion's
doing.
coach.
I mean, all they really have to worry about are Celtics, Raptors, 76ers, and maybe even Pacers.
And then who else is in the East?
Yeah, they can-
Charlotte, they're kind of average always.
Yeah, I mean, if they can take, half the games,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit more, 50.
I don't know if Michael Jordan wants to lose. I mean,
Oh,
MJ's got a competitive
he
spirit.
might be putting on a jersey himself.
Oh,
if it meant.
coming out of retirement for the 5th time or so.
I wouldn't. That would be
Wouldn't put
hilarious.
past them.
But out of all those,
That's our teams. We have it. Pistons and Heat to round out that Eastern teams. I don't know if y'all heard.
yeah, I think Blake Griffin's gonna.
I think, yeah.
He's
they
gonna
got,
have some fun with the Pistons.
Yeah, they got a solid couple of guys there. And I think they're good enough to make the playoffs
I think they can.
out of all the rest of the teams. So I think they'll round it out.
Well, Dwayne Wade's season or career.
Oh, yeah.
And in the playoffs,
If y'all saw that video.
I low key don't want it to. In a sense, I think just losing the playoffs, I feel like it's such a hard way to go.
Because you don't know if it's your last game or not.
Exactly. I think having one last game
Like Kobe did.
in Miami,
I like that.
wearing the Fife jerseys if they bring them back.
Mm,
Those jerseys
they were fire.
they were great.
Miami Vice.
So, D-Wade did a lot for the league.
Sad to see him go, man.
It is.
I don't think you can fully appreciate it. If you watch prime D Wade, that dude could carry teams. He was a legit.
But where he goes in the
superstar.
shooting guard,
Yeah, exactly.
that's I think that's one of the
He's going to be overshadowed because
top
he played with
5
Shaq
hardest
and LeBron.
position arguments.
Yeah, it
I
is.
would say.
He's got the accolades, but it's just hard to argue with the context behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So moving
We'll
on
see.
to our
The
last
final.
topic here
Who are we putting at the top 10 players in the league?
at the start of this season.
The hardest, I would say, argument to have. But I agree with, doing some research, I agree with a lot of the websites, what they're saying.
Okay, you want to just kind of go one and say what you have and what I have?
Yeah, one by one. I think for number one, I would say 95% of this country, I put LeBron James as the best player in the world.
I agree. He's got that mantle. He's had it for a while now, and
I think
until someone else proves me wrong, he's
I think
number
his
one.
stats will say pretty similar to what it was in Cleveland, maybe even better.
Damn near could have won the MVP last year. Damn near.
Probably should have.
Probably, yeah.
But, scoring, defense, I mean, he
basketball
has
IQ and things of that nature.
court vision, speed. For his age, his speed is
just gushing all over him. Oh,
but
God.
I mean, you hear enough about that, so like we can't. There's nothing we can say about LeBron.
LeBron's number one
that you don't know or haven't heard already. So I think number 2, I have Durant.
I have Kevin Durant as well.
KD,
even though he's on the Warriors.
Yeah, it's kind of in a sense hurts his
legacy. Yeah.
Not necessarily legacy, but like how people view him and like because when you have that good of a team, sharing the ball more, But I think
you said about Alex Bregman, like he shares the spotlight.
He does share the spotlight
instead of him just being like, okay, this is Kevin Durant's team.
Right, and I would say KD's the best one-on-one player in the game right now.
He's a beast. He can score on anyone, and
I agree. He can score on anyone. He has a shot, man. He's not afraid of the 3-point line.
Yeah, and he's starting to play a little defense too.
He is.
Long arms.
He's catching some boards
and some blocks.
He is.
I mean, he's a 7-foot dude.
You're not really seeing him in the post anymore, so it's kind of like you don't really see him down low as much.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think for what he did for the Warriors last year, I think it's safe to say he's 2.
And while we're talking about Durant, it's like, where does he go after? Does he stay with the Warriors, or do you think deep down, there's got to be something deep down inside of everyone where it's like, man, I gotta just for my pride, go
somewhere else and be the face.
Yeah, and improve it.
I mean, arguably he is the face of the Warriors. I don't think so personally. I think it's Curry, and I think it's going to be Curry until he retires.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's rumors about him and LeBron's trying to team up next year in L.A. There's rumors about the Knicks. They got the cap room now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe... Yeah. Shoot, if they have to drop Porzingis, they would in a heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly.
To get KD.
Well, I don't think they would try to keep both of them, and then
they would try
drop and play D-leaguers with them. But
do you really need both of them though? Like that's
true. They kind of
they're pretty similar.
They
like,
are
in play style, but it's kind of like one's at like a C plus and one's at an A plus.
I could put that out there. Porzingis on the Warriors. That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary.
Honestly, that's another ring though. Man. Then we got.
Yeah, for number 3, we got
Curry.
Yeah, I got
Curry. Still Curry. His defense is getting better. Mm-hmm. He's kind of he's always been a great passer, but he knows that he needs to share the ball.
I mean, he affects the game with his pace too.
I mean,
he's more than just a guy who just catches.
He gets down the court.
I mean, this dude can score in every which way. He can, dictate the game with the pace and his passing.
But with the top 3 players, like all these, we don't really need to tell you anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all this stuff is obvious if you watch
everyone says it, but when we get to 4, we both have our boy
Davis.
Anthony Davis,
my favorite player in the league.
I love him. I love AD.
Love him to death. Been a fan since
day one. Sorry from the bottom. Now we're
holding the New Orleans Hornets jersey.
Mm-hmm. Old Monty Williams and the late Tom Benson. R.I.P.
Rest in peace, my man. Mm-hmm. But golly. What can't you say about him? I mean, both sides of the court on fire. Blocks like a madman. Probably the best shot blocker in the game.
He's just raw talent. It's like now he's starting to get his accolades too.
Yeah.
He finally got past that first round.
Absolutely.
And they're starting to put potential into production, and it's scary.
I would say top 3 defender.
He still needs a bit better on his post game. I've been harping on that, but it's scary how good he still can be, and he's already good.
Underrated in his one-on-one skills.
Yeah,
he can create space. Mm-hmm. I don't know how. He's massive.
And on the rebounding, he gets a bunch of offensive rebound. People don't notice. That's how he gets a lot of his points. It's a little hustle. It's like when you watch the game, it's like. And you look up and he's got like 30 points. You're like, well, how did that happen?
Yeah,
it's because he just gets those rebounds.
If he gets under the basket, man, it's done.
Yeah, he's a great finisher. So that's what we got. I know it's a little controversial because we got him over
honestly,
someone.
We'll say that there might be some Pelicans bias in this show.
Of course. And we've told you that. We're a little biased, but, I mean, come on. Anthony Davis is in there.
Yeah, I think he's up there. And for number 5...
We got him over the reigning MVP.
Yeah, I mean... A lot of people are going to get mad at that, but I think
James
Harden is 5th best player. Do you have him as 5th?
I do have him as 5th.
I think Harden, great score, obviously. Mm-hmm. Defense.
He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year.
If he breaks through, man, we'll see.
If he does, he'll move up on my list.
He was perfect for the Rockets. I mean, he did everything he could.
Yeah.
Shit, I just wish things had gone better.
He just didn't play well enough on the 7th game.
So
Probably has it in him. Just you got to do
some
it.
people will put him above Davis. Some people may
Even put him at the number 3
I
probably
think-
sometimes.
I would love to hear an argument for him being.
Right now, his
top 3.
defense is just not there, and his other parts of the game besides scoring is just not there.
I agree, and then that kind of leads us to Westbrook.
God, that's just incredible. All 3 of them were on the same team at once. I know you probably couldn't keep them, but
That was
gosh.
fun, dude. That was shoot. Harden was off the bench too,
Yeah.
and then throwing Serge Ibaka.
There's a lot of talent that went
Golly.
through OKC. I mean, even the guys they traded for them, they're pretty solid. Victor Oladipo, you know. So they got a bunch of talent. But back to old Goatbrook, Westbrook.
the stat king.
Yep. Triple-double back-to-back seasons.
He's pretty good for what he has too.
I mean, look, people will say he's a stat stuffer, but I love his
gets the
tenacity.
stats.
I love his tenacity. It takes effort to get rebounds. Maybe
for
this
his size. Oh man, he is. Yeah, the energy he brings to each game.
It's definitely unique, and
it's
I
a lot
love
of
it.
hate in there too.
I love watching it when I'm not watching the Pelicans play against them, but you know, he brings it so hard, so reckless abandon. Like
He deserves a ring, and I think out of
Yeah.
everyone who deserves a ring, him and Harden I think are up there, like
Yeah.
tied. I think they both did enough for their programs. Maybe Westbrook.
Yeah,
a little bit
they've
more.
earned their keep so far, and I think their next step is to get a ring.
I see Westbrook getting one eventually. You know,
He
I
probably
think,
will.
I think Harden's going to get one before.
That's a different discussion for a different day, but
Yeah,
that's
really.
interesting.
Okay, then after I got Kawhi Leonard.
Top 3. What? No. I got number 7, right? Yeah, I got
Probably
Kawhi
so.
as well. And,
But he has a lot to prove for that position. I think we're being
Exactly.
very nice.
well, people say he's second best player in the league behind
just-
LeBron James.
Defensive, I could say
He's got the defense.
1 or 2 defensive player
Mhm.
in the country. Personally, I would go Kawhi, Davis,
Mhm.
even Butler if he.
Draymond Green's up there.
Draymond and
his
Butler, I could
versatility-
see. switching.
Draymond's versatility is pretty underrated. I'll
But
give you that.
I kind of need to see how he plays with this new team, and we haven't seen him play in a while.
Yeah, I mean, Popovich kind of developed him from just being a defensive dude, and now he's got a bit, played with the system, and we don't know. This is his shot to show, okay, it's my team in Toronto. I know maybe I'm not here or I might leave after, but it's my team. Take them to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then we'll start talking.
I know we're going to be a little rumor here, but I heard he bought his house
Uh-oh.
over in Toronto.
A little-
for rent. Yeah.
A little birdie told you?
That's what I hear. So, I love the guy.
My ears must not be good.
I don't think it's possible for people to not like
Kawhi.
Leonard. Yeah.
I
think-
mean,
unless
I respect his
He
game. He got all the fundamentals down.
he
He's
plays.
athletic.
He doesn't care about anything else but play.
Yeah,
But just like Tim Duncan.
We got to separate that system in San Antonio from his actual, playing ability. If he can prove that, then he's easily in my top
good.
3, probably.
I agree. Now at 8, I got Giannis.
Oh, and here we go. This is where we differ. Go
All
ahead
right.
with John.
Giannis, I agree. You made some arguments about him being raw, but I think for what he has and what he brings to the court every night,
Mm-hmm.
he reminds me of Anthony Davis in so many ways.
That's true.
I mean, maybe not on the one-on-one level
Mhm.
that Davis has. I think he needs to be set up a little bit more
Mhm.
than Davis has to. But I think rebounding, close to on par with Davis. Shot blocking,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Davis is another world, but I think
He's getting there.
He's
He's
top-
getting like Durant.
I would say
right now.
top 3.
Yeah.
Shot blocking, top maybe, probably top 5 would be safe. But, I think he gets down the court. If his passing gets a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
he has a decent shot. I mean,
He-
if he could be more solid at mid-range.
I get it. The potential is there, but is the production going to match? Is the accolades right now going into the season?
Going into the season, I think he's going to have a similar season to what he did last season. But I still think that's worthy enough to have.
Yeah, that's where
the ace
my
spot.
thing difference is. His game hasn't matured quite yet, and it probably will because he's a beast. I'm not denying that. He's an absolute freak. That's why he's got the name.
Greek freak.
Yeah, and if he can put up, he's probably not going to put up an MVP season or something, but he's going to
No.
put up
I think
something that's more continues his come up in the league.
I agree. I think it may take a couple more seasons for that MVP campaign to come through,
He'll
but
start,
I think it's
to
I think
develop.
it's in the horizon.
So, but yeah, he's a great player, mature. At 8, I got Kyrie Irving. I call him Dr. K.
I do not have Kyrie in my top 10 at
Well-
the moment. Let me hear your argument for 8.
The way, man, I got so much respect for when he won the championship in Cleveland. I know people were going to say, well, LeBron James carried him. He was a sidekick.
No, I agree. I agree with you there.
But, man, you watch Kyrie, the way he affects the game is so huge. His handle is, stop it.
It's nasty, yeah.
And then
Probably best handles in the game.
handles and finish, the way, right now I'm like twisting my arm. Y'all can't see it, but I'm twisting my arm. It's just, it's filthy. It's dirty. The man affects the game with that. I love the way he scores. Maybe I'm gushing over just his scoring. But, we saw in the Olympics, who's the guy he takes over the game, I think is what I'm trying to get
And
at.
he proved himself before he even had LeBron.
Yeah.
As a rookie, he was proving himself.
Yeah, and he takes over the game. He's got that it, in my opinion. He's got that it to be the guy. That's why I have him in the top 10.
It just hurts not seeing with LeBron. I thought that was just...
Yeah.
They were perfect for each other, but
Yeah.
I understand he has the ability to be the
I think
face of a team.
If right now he's on the Celtics, he's loaded. But
And
if
they
he
love
gets
him
his
there.
chance, if he gets his chance to just really, he's going to be an MVP. That's my opinion.
Shoot, if he can get a great postseason out of this, it's shaping up to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, dude, I love Kyrie.
I agree.
That's my dude.
But top 10 right now, I think with all the players we listed above, and
That's one's a little controversial.
It is a little controversial because I think, he's going to have to come off his injury
Yeah,
and be a top 10 player.
And I guess people would say, like Harden, like his other parts of his game doesn't. I think he's so strong in his scoring and finishing and things of that nature that he gets in my top 10.
His teammates stepped up after he was gone, though.
Yeah.
So if they can stay at that level, seeing him dish the ball out to them and work more, he'd be more of a pure passing point guard with some great finishing. Celtics could be unstoppable.
Did we mention that earlier? That we had the Warriors and Celtics as our finals prediction.
Yeah, like everyone else. In the
I mean, it is a bit. I guess,
but who would win? My mind says Warriors, heart says Celtics.
I was saying Jaylen Brown. I was telling you this. Jaylen Brown, I always thought this dude's an athlete.
They want to prove themselves.
Yeah, this first season, he's an athlete, and I was like, man, this dude's going to be like Jimmy Butler type. And he proved himself this
Kyrie
season.
proving that he can go further with his own team than LeBron can.
He proved himself. And
that
boy Tatum is smooth. Anyway, back to our top 10. Yeah, I've got Kyrie at number 8.
I got Giannis. So at number 9, Christopher Paul.
Yes, CP3. Woo!
I think he was higher up last season. I feel like he's dropped. But I feel like I'm being generous giving him 9. I feel if someone said he wasn't in top 10, I wouldn't disagree. I think there's so much talent in that bottom portion.
Yeah.
Where it's in the number 1 to 3. If you kind of
they're pretty universal.
But once you get it down, I think Chris Paul. I think for what he does to a team is better than I could say most players in the league.
Yeah, I couldn't agree. Even at his old age.
Even at his old age, I think he runs the court beautifully. Court vision, not as good as LeBron's, but I would say getting close.
Yeah.
He knows basketball. He knows. I think he still has a shot. Like, the shot's not as good as it was
last year.
Yeah.
Last year was their chance, man.
Yeah.
But, man, I agree.
Him and Harden, though, shoot, if they can get Carmelo Anthony working.
Going, yeah. I mean, that's an Olympic team right there, but...
Shoot, if they can maybe, I think Harden, he didn't have the, what's it called? Just the passing rhythm that I was hoping he would have.
Like the awareness and
Yeah. I think he relied too much on Paul there. And if he can get that going, and if Carmelo can get something going...
Houston may have some... They lost Ariza and some other wing players.
Carmelo had that in New York, though.
Yeah.
So if he can bring that down...
But yeah, I've got Chris Paul too, and I completely agree with everything. I mean, I know back in his early years, you could see it. Like, it's pretty obvious he can affect a team.
Yeah.
We love that. Shout out 07-08 Hornets. That's our best, one of our best teams. Our best team.
I miss the days.
That was our legend team. But
that was.
Paul affects his team. Like, he affects records. Like, you can put him on a 20-62 team, and they'll be, 500.
It's that leadership that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, it's just something else.
Kind of what
intangible.
I kind of want to say, Rondo. In
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sense.
A super Rondo.
Yeah, exactly. What Rondo could do for a team.
Yeah.
Chris Paul could do it, but another step
Yeah,
higher.
yeah. And that's why we have him at 9.
And for 10, I think there's a little...
I have Joel Embiid as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's some agreement there.
I'm sure there is. But for me, it's based off potential. And the dude's just the size and
he did
his
good.
skill.
His playoff performance was...
He talks. The boy talks, man.
He
That
does
dude
talk.
talk.
Yeah, and I mean, throughout the season, I just love the guy in general.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't love Embiid? I mean, he's a troll,
Yeah,
which is beautiful.
Sometimes he takes it far, but
He does, but I mean, he backs it up.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Probably one of the best rebounders.
Hey,
in the game.
I get. I mean, he's in my top 10.
No, I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, top rebounder. He kind of
His injuries.
His injuries, yeah. He's not that great of a finisher, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's not a bad finisher, but I think for a top 10,
he finesses it a bit too much.
Yeah, and I think some quickness can be improved.
Yeah.
But overall, what he does scoring, perfect for the 76ers.
Yeah.
He has his role, and he does it very well.
Yeah.
And I think for the moment, he's still the face of the franchise.
Over, Ben Simmons.
I think Simmons is coming at it, though.
Yeah. It's
Like,
going to be interesting.
I feel like it's a friendly rivalry there.
Yeah.
Like, they want to outdo each other.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really have to worry about passing too much.
Mm-mm. Dude's a beast.
You got Simmons. Simmons is probably, for right now, he's still one of the best passing forwards.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. His vision.
He showed that in college. He's showing it now. And,
Yeah,
JJ can do it, too.
JJ, they got a bunch of nice 3 shoot. They have a nice little team. And I agree with Embiid. He can score the ball. He's a dominant force because of his size. He plays a little defense sometimes.
He gets the blocks.
Yeah, and rebounds. If he stays healthy, that dude definitely is the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And we get it. If he doesn't stay healthy, he's probably out of a lot of people's top 10.
But I mean, there's a couple people who didn't make this list. Some people are saying Draymond could have made top 10.
Come on now, man. I love Draymond, what he does for them, but he's a super role player.
But for me, Kyrie didn't make top 10.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie has some, he has to prove himself a little bit.
Yeah, I get that.
So,
I get that.
There's a couple players that you say could have.
Yeah, but we'll shout out Jimmy Butler, Paul George,
Thompson.
Thompson, Damian Lillard. I know he gets stepped on a bit.
DeRozan, maybe?
Yeah, even DeRozan. Bunch of even other players, too.
Yeah.
Rudy, was it Gobert?
Gobert,
Rudy,
yeah. So
Donovan Mitchell now.
a lot of people. I think the hardest would be 20 to 11. I think that'd be a little bit.
Dude, we have to rank top 15.
Yeah, for real. But I think that's a pretty good top 10. We might be coming back later as this changes.
But this is what our
who's
predictions
proven us
are.
wrong,
Now,
who's proven us right, who's not really proving anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, well, I know we've been all over the place, but this was fun.
Yes, I had a good time.
This was supposed to be just a test run, but we might use this one.
I like this, and I think it kind of shows. I think our opinions align with a lot of others.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like sit back and just hope for something different.
Yeah.
I think off the bat, I wouldn't expect any race for the playoff spots. I think there may be 2 or 3 teams that could be like surprises, but I think we're kind of set
in stone with the team, their predictions for the season.
I would love an upset. I love upsets. I think for my team, the Pels.
Yeah, I mean we are biased a little bit, but
I think we bounced back decently from what we lost. I mean,
I didn't
we're not at the same level, but I feel like we got something.
I didn't like that Cousins had a
it's
leave like the way he did.
Would you say that's another topic for another day?
I guess. But we're setting up for the next season.
So, all right. Well, I enjoyed myself.
Jim Redvine, is it?
Yes, that is my name. And Pistol Pete?
Yeah, that's what they call me.
All right. So let's look forward to a good season. And we'll see you week by week, updating you what happens.
We'll try as much as we can. We're busy college students.
Just have basketball debates, hypotheticals.
Yeah, we love it.
That's our stuff.
There are basketball fans down here in Louisiana. Now
a few, all 5.
When we find them, we're diehards. I tell you what.
I agree. And, we'll see, man. We'll see how the Pels do. We'll see if the Warriors continue to prove everyone right. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good
first episode, yeah.
Yes, sir. So,
we are the 6 men.
That's our name, that's right.
Yeah, we're not the starters.
And we'll see you next time.
All right, bye now.
Bye now.